Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are checking out Before Midnight, the 2013 romantic movie, and I have been waiting all week to watch this one. Before Sunset and Before Sunrise are two movies that have stayed in my head since I've watched them, especially Before Sunrise. There is a moment in that movie that I have just been thinking about since I watched that movie almost every day. Not almost every day. And the Before series is a series that I knew I was probably going to like, but I didn't know I was going to like as much as I did. And I am really excited, but also kind of sad for this final chapter because this is the final movie in the Before series. I don't know if they're planning on making another one 9 years later. That means that that one would come out this year, actually 2013 to 2022. That means if they're making a fourth one, it will come out this year because every movie's come out in like a 9-year segments, but I don't know if they're planning on making another one. So I'm going into this one thinking that this is the last one, the last time I'm going to see Jesse, the last time I'm going to see Celine, and I think I'm going to die when this movie ends because I love these characters so much. And before we get into this reaction, let me do the lighting. So let me turn on the light and we can decide what color it should be. Boop. Nice. Okay, so the lighting today, I'm going to be going blue because the poster for this movie is very blue, and also I feel like I associate blue the most with midnight. And if you'd like to check out more of my reactions, you can head over to my Patreon where I have uncut reactions to many of the movies I watch on YouTube, as well as early access reactions to my movies that come out 1 week early. There are also 2 exclusive Patreon movies a month that you guys get to choose. There are also 2 exclusive Patreon movies a month that you guys on Patreon get to choose. So thank you so much if you check it out. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, let's get into the final chapter. I believe, I'm not sure if they're making another one, but for me at the moment right now, at the time of recording this is the final chapter of the Before series, and I'm kind of sad to say that because I really love this trilogy a lot with all my heart, and I know it's only been 2 weeks of watching these movies, but I do love these movies with all my heart. But let's get into it. I hope you enjoy my reaction to Before Midnight.
So you got everything? Mm-hmm. You can play video games the whole flight, or you think you might actually...
Wait, is this his kid?
Probably read some.
Oh, it's his kid.
What do you think's the first thing you're gonna do when you get home?
Oh, good old Jesse. He's just like the other movies already.
I might not even play soccer this year.
What? It's so fun. Come on, kid.
I'm not that good.
Oh, no, you're pretty good. You are.
Oh, he's actually so supportive.
I love this airport, don't you?
It's awesome.
I know, it's cool, right?
So does he live in Europe or something?
Yeah, right. What about your boarding pass?
He's divorced with the mom.
You feel confident about making...
He didn't love her, did he?
Oh, God. I'm gonna do my best to make that recital, okay?
You'll make it. You'll make it.
She'd be really stressed if you were there, and then be tense for me.
Oh. Wow, that must really be a hatred.
I don't know. I think she hates Daniel more than she hates you. Hey, don't worry about it.
Who's Daniel, a stepdad or someone?
Yeah, I know. This has been the best summer of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so sweet of him to say.
Okay, shake my hand. All right.
Bye.
Ah. Oh, this movie's already gonna get me. That feeling when a friend or someone you really love leaves. Oh wait, are they together? I went from sadness to pure happiness, but I'm still sad. Oh my god, did they have kids? Are they his kids? Please say yes.
For it. Everyone agreed it was great for the region.
So what happened?
And now they've decided that they don't like the way it looks on that hill. It's ruining their view.
No, I thought it was a done deal.
It was.
It's a pretty ugly view though.
I'm gonna take that job with Remy.
No, you don't want to work for him.
Why not?
For the government?
Well,
Didn't she say she hated working for the government?
it's the best opportunity ever, and it's more money, and I'm doing it.
Okay. Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure of it.
She said to show sure for a second.
This wind turbine crap in Bourgogne.
It's not just that, okay? It's been stirring in me all summer.
No, I know it
and
has.
I should do it.
I know. All right,
and
then
I'm
just
doing it.
Well then do it.
God, we finally have a vacation, and the girls are sick for the first 2 weeks.
Literally me when I went on vacation. Oh my gosh. Last time I was on vacation, I went to England and Paris. I was sick the entire trip. 3 weeks. I was intensely sick.
Oh, look at them. They're so cute. They look like conjoined twins. Oh my god, I'm gonna take a picture.
Oh my god, she really is a mom.
Ella, this
And now
is
she has
evidence
proof
of
that
your
he
father
ate this.
stealing food.
Yeah.
God, I love your mom. You're always so hard on her.
It's because you missed the fucked up years. You're just getting the good era.
The good era. I feel like most people feel like that about their parents.
And he was like, the hardest thing I ever had to do was to kill those cute little kittens. And I was like, what?
What? He does kill them?
Oh, we said we were gonna stop. They wanted to see the ruins.
Yeah, but should we?
Well,
I want to see the ruins.
Yeah, probably not. So long, ancient ruins. What's so great about you anyway?
What's so great about you anyways?
Teaching them a valuable lesson. You know, if you snooze, you lose in this world.
If you snooze, you lose.
you know what his main concerns in life are?
What?
Pimples and how girls perceive him. The apple doesn't fall.
Fair enough.
I like the Spanish guy. Or is it Greek?
I don't know where I'm from, but I'm very hairy.
Oh my god.
Well,
The conversation still feels so real, you know? Like there's nothing fake about them. That's what I love about these movies.
I'm not supposed to tell you anything,
hey.
so I'm not gonna talk, but...
Come on.
Okay. He told me he was
But okay.
on Facebook. Oh, they'll keep in touch, at least for a while.
Hey, what if they ended up spending their whole life together? You know?
So
Aww.
corny.
Aww, that would be so sweet though. They're kind of like you two.
Oh, please, like you're a virgin at 23.
No,
I
you
don't...
said first love, not first sexual experience, okay?
It's true. Those are very different things.
Pretty much.
I don't
the
think
first
so.
one I felt truly connected to. Sure, what, I
Okay.
wasn't your first love?
Oh, no, hers was a sliver.
41? I've loved only you.
Oh, yeah, I knew he would go awkward about that. And honestly, it feels like
Do we have to
if
do
whoever wrote this
all that
movie
stuff
just
later?
listen to a real
Oh,
conversation,
yeah, come on.
because all of the
Means
mannerisms
a lot to Pat.
are the exact same. The people, when they like repeat their words, repeat their lines, they stutter, they don't know what to say, the hand gestures, everything about it doesn't feel scripted.
Like if we were sending him to boarding school or something. Just I don't know. If just his mom and I got along a little bit better.
I know, it's like we said.
I like that he wants to get along better with her. It's probably just her side.
Who cares?
He leads with his elbow. You know, he throws like a girl.
Okay, he just doesn't like baseball.
It's
just
an
like, who can blame him?
example, okay? It's a
yeah, right.
metaphor for everything. He's turning 14 and he needs his father.
No, I'm marking this. This is the day you light the ticking bomb that will destroy our lives.
What?
You're unhappy, you blame it on the other person, resentment grows, everything slowly rot, and you break
You're
up.
just
That's
doing
it.
this
That's
to
true.
shut me
That's
up.
true.
Not at all.
No, you
Not
are.
at all.
That's what you're doing.
No, guys, stop arguing, please.
Oh, they were closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweetie, you know what we just...
Oh my god, the liars. I wonder how many times my parents have lied to me about things like this.
Oui.
You general.
The general, okay? Captain est là, vous allez chercher les rouleaux de papier qui sont tout au fond du magasin à droite.
They're so adorable. Are they twins?
Nina, la cuisine.
There's a lot of music in this movie so far. In the other movies, there was almost no music at all. No undiegetic music, but in this there is.
Yeah.
We've got a joke in our family that this brought us back together and that paid for our apartment.
Okay. But it must be a little weird.
So he's wrote 2 books.
Temporary cast members of a long-running but little-seen production of a play called Fleeting.
Well, exactly my point.
That is way too long, Jesse.
Why were you nervous?
Yeah, why was that? I don't know, this place is so full of thousands of years of myth and tragedy, and I thought something tragic was gonna happen.
You thought the
Oh, something tragic could happen. Oh, don't.
Right, like a taxi drives past and she thinks, oh, that's the driver who dropped me off at Place de Vosges 3 Christmases ago, right? Like some old lady.
That's cool, actually.
Well, I'm just like the first guy. Like, I feel connected to nothing most of the time, man.
Oh, Achilles! Anna, hey, you guys.
There are a lot of characters in this.
He picks up a book and he immediately wonders, who's going to be the last person to read this?
And that's funny?
Sometimes I kind of think like that.
Well, okay, so he...
What? He's doing tricks with the orange. Why is no one mentioning this?
Except the whole time she's thinking, haven't I already seen this?
Yeah.
Right? And then another chapter is in 1979.
Maybe she has. Maybe she's a time traveler.
And especially, don't listen to Stefanos here, because he's never made this dish before, or any other dish for that matter.
Δεν κόβει ρε αγαπούλα μου, δεν κόβει. Δεν κόβει σου λέω. Πάρε ένα μαχαίρι.
Oh, they're so happy together. What the heck?
Wow, so you found a system that works for you. I thought it was called a relationship, but I like system. That's pretty good.
That's ready.
Et toi, c'est quoi ton système?
Me and him, we're in a...
Et celui-là?
We're in a system. Me and my girlfriend, we're in a system. This looks so peaceful. I want to sit on this beach and just bask in the sun.
Peloponnese of Greece to the guest house of a great writer. Sure, why not? And then...
Where's my invite?
You know, when I first saw you at the airport, I thought, no way a man dressed like that could be a man of letters.
Yeah, actually, your fashion sense is not the greatest.
Because, you know, he usually puts me to work, but when I bring Anna, he let me sit at the table of the grown-ups.
When you get to the grown-up table, you know you've made it. At my family dinners, when we have like all of our friends and family over, I'm still at the children's table. I'm still relegated there.
Play. Actually, people are still talking about that production.
Yeah, but the after party was even better. It's where we met.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so adorable.
They are incredible. I could see his mouth move, and then 3 seconds later, I could hear his voice in my ear.
What did he say?
That's so cool.
Of putting our laptop by the pillow and fall asleep together.
Oh, that's the new romance.
It really is the new romance, especially during COVID times.
Do you go a little crazy?
Oh, God, you're being so vulgar.
No, I'm not being vulgar. I'm just being an amateur anthropologist who is interested in...
An amateur anthropologist. I like this guy so much.
When a computer can write a book better than War and Peace.
It'll never happen.
No,
I think
that
it's only a
has
question
yet to
about
happen.
when it's going to happen, Grandpa.
I think I'm...
It's very far away.
And so the scientists we're sort of laughing at this pathetic little creature while it ignores food and water and didn't do anything.
Oh wait, I've heard of this experiment before. Yeah.
No, if this notion of self is such a small percentage of humanity, how come I always hear so much about it?
Well, it's just like my penis. I mean, it's not that big. It's just...
You don't know? What?
Well, you have to read Jesse's books.
Yeah, read the books or watch the movies. I wonder if there are actually books. No, there's not actually books. What am I even saying?
Yeah, you wrote a book inspired by our meeting.
Yeah.
And I read about it and went to look for it.
Oh, that's pretty romantic.
It was really romantic.
It's so romantic, guys. It's so romantic. Calm down.
Some upsides. Okay. Let me tell you right now, Anna, how to keep a man.
I love how every shot is like of the couples, you know? Like these two are always together. Those two are always together. And then the other couple, they're always together. And then the two older people are individual shots. It's very interesting.
Aspiration. A bimbo. That's it.
Whoa.
So,
That guy leaned into this.
Romeo and...
Juliet. Right?
Yeah.
How did you guess that?
It's a play, actually. No, it's not a book, a play. It's just...
Oh, I thought it was a book based on the movie.
No.
Leonardo DiCaprio movie be like...
He tells me that even though I have an offer for an amazing job, he wants me to throw it all away and move to Chicago.
That's not what I said.
Yes,
I said
so
I
we
missed
can...
it.
Oh, no. I hear some conflict coming.
Well, that's okay for a while because me and my 20-year-old girlfriend will be a little bit preoccupied.
Oh, I love it.
And I love you.
Oh.
They're really in love. These two, Celine and Jesse, I'm a little concerned. There's like this space between them now. Look at, they're super
right?
close.
Okay, ready?
The other two younger couples are really
My
close.
mom used to...
Jesse and Celine, there's a gap now. Ah!
When they were told all this, what was the first thing they did? Look down on their cock.
I can see that being a thing.
Waste time getting mad at or bother trying to change a man.
Exactly. If it's all biology, what is the problem?
If it's all biology.
It's still relevant to us. I mean, we know that we are going to break up eventually.
Definitely.
Okay, but are your parents?
It's a lot of talk about breaking up in this movie. I'm not happy about it.
The idea of a soulmate, of someone who will come to complete us and save us from having to take care of us.
Camera's on these two while she's saying this.
We made a deal, guys. You watch the kids, you're gonna love it.
We're
It's
gonna watch
really,
yours.
really good.
It's a fantastic.
Go to the hotel. Come on, guys.
Forgetting little things is sort of fading, and I'm starting to forget him.
No. But that happens.
His teeth, the texture of his skin, his hair.
But what if one day you don't remember that?
Yes, he appears and he disappears, like a sunrise or a sunset.
Before midnight?
It's a passing through.
Passing through.
Way to kill the mood, lady. No, that was actually really beautiful. Jeez, how do you write scenes that last for so long and they're so intriguing and it's just people talking? I still don't understand.
You were 20 to yourself at 40?
Yeah, I remember the first sentence. Dear 40-year-old Jesse, I hope you're not divorced.
No, I didn't. Into all the other things in that letter. You're the same guy. Yeah. I mean, we always think we're evolving, but maybe we...
They had this conversation in Sunset as well.
We just felt like we were doing something important, you know, like this was our time.
But you were all a bunch of arrogant little pricks, right?
No.
Yeah, you were.
They struggled for 30 years, or they raised kids and were stranded at home before they could finally do what they want.
That's so true as well.
Okay, no? Forget France. She was burned at the stake and a virgin, okay?
She really said virgin with passion there.
Walking, having a conversation about something else than scheduling, food, work.
Yeah.
Must be nice and freeing, right?
Kick your ass at ping pong on those concrete tables.
Hey, congratulations, you beat a woman pregnant with twins.
Well, it's better than losing to a pregnant...
It's true. It is better than losing.
I'm surprised you do that too. No, but okay, quick test. August 2009. No, August, come on.
Oh, wow.
We were on vacation with your parents. Nina got the chicken pox first, quickly followed by Ella.
I'm impressed that you actually knew that too, Jesse.
Start talking to me? Would you ask me to get off the train with you?
Yeah, you would. Of course.
You're asking a theoretical question. I mean, well...
Just say yes.
Billy Goat? No, the truth is, okay, you failed the test. And the fact is...
He did fail the test.
Okay, I did that. It was the best thing I ever did.
Really?
Right?
Look at the goats.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah. What?
I love how whenever an animal appears, when anyone's walking that, you go cow or goat, and everyone stops and looks.
I never thought I'd sleep with anyone over 40.
No.
Actually, you know what? You're the oldest guy I've ever slept with.
Oh, that's something.
That's true.
I know.
That really is something, yeah.
But whatever, I'm so bad with secrets.
What, you have a tumor in your brain? You're gonna die?
No.
Imagine if he said that. I would die inside.
She was 96.
She didn't live much longer after your grandfather died, no?
No, barely a year. I mean...
Oh, maybe they loved each other.
She was just waiting to die.
How long were they married?
74 years.
Whoa, that's a long time.
Oh! Will you be able to put up with me for another 56 more years? I need to know.
I don't know if that's even possible.
I screwed up. At some point, I told him, hey, Dad, you're an orphan now. You know, and he...
Well,
I didn't think that was funny.
No, it's not funny
yeah,
at all.
I guess not.
That's not that funny, Jesse.
I kind of like the idea of you attending mine.
What?
No, I know. Imagine...
I like the idea of you just being sad.
You didn't answer the question.
What question?
Well, will you be able to put up with me for another 56 more years?
Oh, he didn't.
Looking forward to it.
Aww.
You know, we're asleep and you hold me.
What, of being buried alive under molten ash? That's what you're thinking?
That's so dark, Celine.
Then, a long time ago. But now, no, I'd like to live.
Oh, I just wanted you to say something romantic and you blew it.
Oh, yeah, he pulled a reverse Uno.
Hawke did that during the occupation.
That's it. I'm never eating Turkish food again.
Okay.
They scratched the eyes on these paintings. No more Turkish food.
So, if you're gonna spend another 56 more years together,
Yeah.
what about me would you like to change?
That's another one of your can't win.
They're kind of going over points from the first and second movie, you know, and kind of reiterating them with them being a lot older now.
But sometimes, I don't know, I feel like you're breathing helium and I'm breathing oxygen.
What makes you say that?
That was funny though, Celine. Come on.
I have more than enough money to live for the next 9 months. I've made it.
Okay.
I mean, and then he was finally...
I can see their relief though.
Okay, is that a real book?
No, but it was really great. It was
Okay.
fresh, funny, experimental. It had all this energy.
I love that you read books in your dreams.
I know, and they're...
Yeah, that actually is adorable.
Still there?
I wonder if these like guys as actors are actually really good friends, like Celine and Jesse.
Read it out loud together. Would you please sign them too?
Of course, of course. I love the...
I love how they are like famous.
That's great. Could you sign them too?
Yeah.
Great, thank you so much.
Check it out.
That is a nice place.
Wow. Oh, wow. That bathtub.
The first thing anyone does when they go to a hotel is check the bathroom.
Here.
What the heck? There's nudity in this one?
It's just white. You're not gonna tell me that your love is dependent on pigment, are you?
Thanks.
Somewhere.
I'm looking forward to it so much. I don't think I will sleep.
Oh, wow.
I'm looking forward to it right now.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect a sex scene with lots of nudity in this movie.
No. Oh, shit. Who is it? No.
Who cares?
No, the phone. Get out of here.
Yeah. Oh, they miss you too. I'll kiss them.
Is she gonna be out of the mood?
All right, I even made a joke the other day that his mom and I should try to settle it in one big mud wrestling contest.
Mud wrestling?
That'd be pretty awesome. I would watch that.
Well, I didn't say anything bad about his mom. If I made a joke, it's as much on me as it is on her.
I know.
All right, and now you're trying to transfer your guilt and blame me? What are you...
No, man.
You know, on the contrary, if you can make a joke about it, maybe he'll be able to live with it better. That's what I think.
He did. Did he just turn the whole phone off?
I guess judges assumes that women have the mother instinct. She has the mother instinct of Medea.
That's true. Judges do assume
after all,
that
it is a Greek.
moms have the mother instinct, even if the mom isn't suitable and the dad is, you know?
The moving to Chicago and giving up of my life. Now that you mentioned that Henry needs you, how do you think that makes me feel? The nurturer.
The nurturer?
Okay, I can't even say that fucking word. I just naturally feel bad about everything. So you blame me.
I didn't say anything.
No, you didn't say anything. You didn't have to. Yeah, it's always my fault.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, I don't like this argument.
You're an asshole. You know what, sweetie? When are we moving to Chicago? You know, I want to make sure we're able to find a nice house and I can sew the drapes. The world is fucked by unemotional, rational men deciding shit. All right? Politician going to war for no reason.
That is so true, actually. Unemotional, irrational men. Oh, unemotional, rational men.
That used the time that we were in Paris and I was giving birth and almost dying to legally move Henry out of New York.
That's fair enough. That resentment sounds fair enough.
The compromises.
Don't be
I mean,
so
it should
dramatic, okay?
Well, moving to Chicago is pretty fucking dramatic.
That's very dramatic.
Can you be my friend for like 2 seconds so we can talk?
Okay, 2 seconds.
All right. Do you remember that time that you were like 35 minutes?
2 seconds is over. Enemy again.
Okay? But the truth is he doesn't need you the way he used to. You missed the opportunity
That's
to be with
hard.
him every day of his childhood.
That's hard to hear.
It's worth it for us to change our entire lives over that kind of time.
I know, you're right.
Right? See?
How did the conversation just get rational all of a sudden? What the heck? How did they just make up this argument so easy?
You mean you fucked up by moving to Paris to be with me?
No.
No, I knew
that's
that was
not
going to
what I
cost too
meant.
much.
Stop. That's not what I
knew
meant
it.
at all.
Okay,
Yes.
that's the one thing
Okay.
I asked from you. The one thing, and now you're going to blame me forever?
There was a moment of peace. There was a moment where everything could have been going okay.
Ideally, I'd like to do that as a family.
As a family or what?
Yeah, you said ideally. You said ideally.
Is complete horse shit, and you know it.
I have a question for you.
She opened that with a lot of force.
Would we even still be together?
What?
I mean, you are the fucking mayor of Crazy Town. Do you know that? You are.
Oh my god.
That is a completely irrational response to something I'm just trying to feel my way through.
Listen, Jesse. We've just spent...
I don't even know what to like say during this argument, you know? I'm just listening. So sorry about that.
There could be a revolution any second. People eat a lot of feta and olive oil and they act all happy.
Too much feta for my taste.
Do you ever listen to yourself?
Yes, it is my dream job. Just because I have doubts doesn't mean I don't want it.
Okay.
All right?
Ooh. Oh, the truth.
I take care of myself and everything else. We go somewhere, you pack your bag, I pack everything else.
That actually...
Act the girl's shit. Never!
Because there would be no shoes and plenty of dirty underwear.
All right, so says...
There's also my mom on a trip. My mom packs everything and my dad just sits there like...
Yeah, I'm sure you will. And that'll be the best line in the book. And by the way, you may never, ever use me or anything I say or do in one of your...
Oh.
Sure. Little fairies, sunscreen the kids. Little fairies who make the fucking Greek salad that you eat like a pig.
Okay, listen to me.
The little fairies are the women, the wives, the girlfriends.
No. What is the name of their pediatrician?
Stop quizzing me.
I don't know.
It's really fucking boring.
Yeah, okay.
You want to write? Great. Right.
No, but you remember I used to sing and play guitar and write songs?
Yeah, she did.
I fucked up my whole life because of the way you sing. All right? If you took 1/8 of the energy...
Why do you have to say it like that?
...on bitching, whining, and...
Jesse, Jesse, Jesse.
You forgot your shoes.
She come in to get her shoes?
Once, but I thought about ending it all for myself 100 times. I was so confused and you were always...
Poor Celine.
Do you know the guilt a mother feels when she doesn't know what to do?
Do you think you have sole ownership of that feeling?
I don't think you understand.
No, you don't understand, Jesse.
I love them so much, and I was doing everything wrong. And
no, you
were
weren't.
Away so often and calling me and...
I bet you weren't. It turned out great.
No, I didn't.
No, you did. Well, you did a good job faking it then.
Fake it till you make it. That's how life works.
I almost got mugged once. I mean, the only reason why the guy didn't attack me is that I look so pathetic.
Really? He felt sorry for you? Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
The tension has really just died.
I was watching the twin.
The tension has really just died. How the heck have they done this? It felt natural, too.
Beautiful energy of going forward in life and not letting anyone step on them or take away what they want. You know, I like it when they fight. It gives me hope for them.
My mom doesn't like it when I fight with my brothers.
When you got it, you got it.
Kissy, kissy. Titty, titty. Pussy.
This place is
What
pretty
the hell
real.
are we doing here anyway? This is all too planned, like we're supposed to have this great evening. You know, there's no room for spontaneity.
Oh, now that... Oh, it's kind of got a little chaotic again.
Okay, come on. This place isn't so bad. I like hotel rooms. I think they're sexy.
I love hotel rooms, too.
Mr. Radisson Hilton.
I know. She's not letting it go.
And I'm not jealous because I'm not the jealous type. But I just want to know, okay? Be a man and admit the truth.
I would also want to know.
Oh, Jesse, you're so right. The Grand Commander is the deepest message of all of Russian literature.
You think he did? I don't think he did.
Guarantee that you at least blew that guy. But I also know that you love me, all right? And I'm okay with you being a complicated human being.
She's putting the shoes on. It's time to go.
That others created, because that is a bunch of stifling bullshit!
Oh, there were two moments in the argument where things could have been salvaged, and then they both fell apart.
You know what's going on here? It's simple. I don't think I love you anymore.
Oh. Celine, you can't say that. You just broke my heart. I don't want to watch this movie anymore, guys. I was wanting romance and these two to be in love. Whoa! I actually felt his exhale right there. That's where they were sitting and watching the sunset.
An angry person, and I hurt my kids, my work, and everyone I love.
No, you don't, Celine. You're both just angry.
I mean, you're here in business?
see. All right, you have a boyfriend.
Not anymore.
Jeez.
Oh.
That's me. I'm that guy.
I don't think so.
Oh, see, I know.
Guess I didn't recognize you. You look like shit.
Well, what can I say?
He really has. He's really just taken this like a champ.
You, on the other hand, are even more beautiful than I.
But like, I would be so angry with him as well.
You're not gonna make it better by some little pickup line.
No, I'm not trying to pick you up. No, you're misunderstanding me. No.
Why did he put the napkin in his pocket as well? Is that going to be important later?
Who gave me a letter?
Oh.
Oh, sure. I mean, if you're not interested in what you have to say.
No. Read it.
Okay. All right. Well, here it is. Dear Celine.
He's making this up in his head.
Matthew and Vanessa danced all night to the Bee Gees. How deep is your love?
What a great song.
Yes, keep away. Please keep away.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, well.
The boring stuff.
Yeah.
Moves closer now.
We're not in one of your stories, okay? Did you hear what I said to you back in the room?
Well, whether you don't love me anymore? I figured you didn't mean it, but if you did, then, oh, fuck it. I'm trying to make you laugh.
Okay.
All right, I put up with plenty of your shit.
That doesn't fix everything. She's gonna let him go. She's gonna let him go. No!
So what about this time machine?
What do you mean?
How does it work? Am I gonna have to get naked to operate it?
Oh! Wait, some hope. Some hope has appeared.
Yeah. You know, it's something that I've been thinking about your letter.
I can literally finally breathe again. But oh.
Yeah, and we're in the Southern Peloponnese.
If the movie ends now because it's midnight, I'm gonna sue. No, don't even show me the credits. Don't even do this to me, movie. Absolutely zero tolerance for. Absolutely zero need to do that. Absolutely zero need to do that. And that was my reaction to Before Midnight, the 2013 romance drama starring Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy. I really liked that movie, but at the same time, I didn't like that movie. And I still think this movie is a 4 stars, and I think that this is a perfect addition to the Before saga, I guess, to the Before trilogy. But I didn't like this movie because they were fighting all the time, and it was such a realistic portrayal of what comes after a relationship. You know, the first movie and the second movie kind of portray like the we're in love or we should have been in love sort of thing. And then this movie is definitely like, now they're in love, but what comes next? And I definitely was just not ready for it. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Like my point in life at the moment is basically like the first movie and the second movie. I could really relate to the romantic interests in the first and second movie. I could really relate to how they were trying to, or how they were perceiving romance, how romance was portrayed on screen. I could relate to all of those things. I felt like I could connect to them. But in this one, it just really goes against how I viewed romance and how probably a lot of younger people have viewed romance, and this is probably how a lot of older people have experienced romance in their lives. And so this movie really just tore the concept of romance in my life, and it just ripped it right in front of my eyes. Like my whole world came crumbling down when like happily ever after really doesn't exist. These two are basically soulmates with each other, and they still are having these giant arguments. And so I don't know, it just like it tore me down. Will I watch this movie again? I mean, I don't know. I think it's still a really good movie, but I'm going to tell you that whenever they were arguing and fighting, especially that hotel sequence, what a great moment of the series, like how stressful that was. But yeah, how stressful that was. It made me curl up inside. I didn't even know what to say during the argument. I was just torn between both of their points, both of their arguments. They were both just being very irrational, and then the times they were being rational, maybe they were getting closer to salvation, and then just nothing. I don't know. I don't know if I'd watch this movie again. I would watch the first and second movie as many times as I want. Like, I love those movies, and I love this movie too. I just don't think that this movie has the same rewatchability, at least right for me right now, because one, I couldn't connect to the romance, but two, it just really hurt. It really hurt me to watch. It really, really hurt me to watch. And I think that's why this movie is so good. Getting into this reviews of the movie before I get into everything else with filmmaking and the concept of love and stuff in this, I guess. But 7.9 out of 10 IMDb and 98% Rotten Tomatoes. So critics seem to absolutely enjoy this movie like crazy. Like, this is their Citizen Kane of 2013. And then 7.9 out of 10 IMDb is the worst audience score for the before movies, but it's still an amazing audience score. It's still like a top tier audience score. So people really like this movie, even though I think this movie is very depressing, but it again is a very realistic take on romance. And getting into that, I thought the direction that they took the characters was, as much as I didn't want it to happen, as much as I care about Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy in these movies, and as much as I want to see them be connected, succeed together and stuff like that, I love that there are so many issues behind these characters and so many issues with the relationship, and it's not perfect, because the whole first two movies you're like, okay, this relationship is bound to be perfect. In the first movie they were lovers at first sight, you know, like they're going to be perfect together. In the second movie you can feel like they're going to be perfect together. It ends on such a perfect note, him looking at her while she's singing on the guitar, and it fades to back slowly, and you can see this dreamy look in Jesse's eyes, and so you're left going, okay, this relationship has no faults. This is like the princess got the prince, you know, like it's, the whole story has ended in a beautiful way. But this movie is basically, what happens after that story ends? What happens when you close the fairy tale book? What happens with that relationship? And this is this movie, and I thought that it was a really good portrayal of a relationship years down the road, a relationship where everyone's had their own things. People are maybe starting to move in different directions. You've had kids, you've kind of gone through maybe different jobs, your personalities have changed over the years. It's a very complicated situation, and I think that the movie handled it very well. I don't know if they're going to stay together now, though. That's the thing. I don't know if they're going to stay together, because at the end, as much as I was like, okay, they're kind of coming closer, that maybe could just be like a 1 night, 2 night thing. Like Celine said, she didn't love him, and I don't know, I feel like there was a part of her that some of it might have just been lashing out, but I think there was also a part of her where she was kind of almost considering it to herself, like, maybe I don't actually love Jesse as much as I thought, or maybe I don't even love him at all. And Jesse, I feel like, does love Celine. I think he really does love Celine, but I mean, he was being pretty irrational in the conversation. They both kind of were in different ways. They were both just kind of butting heads. But let's get to that hotel sequence really quickly. Not even really quickly. I'm going to talk about that for most of this review, but my god, that was so tense. I was lost for words during that, and I think it was just because I wanted to hear their points and I didn't really want to talk over it too much. But yeah, I barely spoke during that sequence, and what made it so tense is just how well the script is. I've said this for all three movies, but the script, or scripts, I guess, in these three movies are some of the best scripts I've ever seen. And when I say the best scripts, like, obviously maybe there are some better scripts in terms of, I don't know, story-wise and stuff like that, but in terms of conversationally, in terms of how realistic and how well portrayed a normal conversation is on screen, these movies have to top the list, especially Before Midnight when it comes to arguments and stuff like that. There was like the dynamics with the arguments, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, the tensions, the releases, the body language, everything about it screamed just natural, you know? Nothing in this movie, from the car sequence at the start to the hotel sequence, nothing in this movie felt scripted. It felt like they just stuck a camera at some random table or something, or some random hotel room, and put a couple inside, and then they just started talking, and just the director's just like, yeah, let's just see where this is gonna go, you know? Like, that's how natural the conversation felt. Every little instance of stuttering, every pause to think about a word before you say it, you know, every cutting off of the sentence, the overlap of of dialogue. Every single thing about it was so well done and just felt so natural for the characters to say. There's never a moment, I'm going to say this again, never a moment in this movie where I thought characters were reading off a script, where I thought the characters were reciting a line that they had memorized. It all felt so natural. But yeah, and something that I also realized about these movies, which I thought was really interesting, is the way that space is used and the absence of a character in a space. You see this in the first movie, that Jesse and Celine are very close together, and at the end of the first movie it goes over these spaces, these spaces that are absent of these characters. You know, they feel different, they feel a little bit empty. In the second movie, the characters are very close together as well. You know, there's never really a moment where the characters are really far apart, and even if they are really far apart, they're looking at each other. You know, there's always this contact in a way in the second movie, even in the car ride where Celine kind of starts yelling at Jesse about all these things and then it calms down. Jesse's still right beside her the whole way, but in this movie, there are spaces between the characters, spaces between Jesse and Celine that are not filled by the other character, and it makes them feel farther apart, more torn. There's almost like this coldness in these gaps that wasn't there in the other two movies. And I think I just noticed that in this one because immediately almost the characters are placed in a way that they aren't connected. They're in the car and Celine is kind of like touching him and stuff, and it's all touchy-feely, really lovable things, and it's like, oh, they're just gonna be happy together and stuff. Let's just have a 2 hours of happy movie. But then it kind of gets a little bit colder, you know? There's a moment in the car ride where she's like, this is it. This is where our downfall starts to happen, and they kind of almost start to split. It feels like the car gets a little bit wider and they don't really start touching each other anymore, and it's like that for the rest of the movie. You know, they're at the dinner table and there's the shots of all the couples, and two of the three couples, the other couples that aren't Jesse and Celine, are very close to each other, you know, touching their elbows, hugging each other and stuff like that. And Jesse and Celine, while they do that occasionally, are way farther apart than the other two couples. There's this actual gap between the chairs. You know, Celine is kind of leaning to one side, he's kind of leaning to the other side a little bit. Like, there is this visible gap, and even though it's not really mentioned and they kind of are interacting with each other, not interacting with each other as much as the other couples. And then it gets to the hotel sequence. There is that walk, and then in the walk they are fairly close to each other and they're kind of holding their hands and stuff, and that is kind of this moment of levity, of peace in this thing where you can kind of see that they still are in love with each other. You know, they still are kind of the same from this first and second movie. You know, they go on a walk, there's a conversation, it feels natural, it feels like we know that before. And then it gets to the hotel sequence, and there are so many shots in the hotel sequence where one character is in one side of the room, one character is in the other side of the room, or one character, like Jesse, has his own shot and Celine has on her other shot, her own shot. And that has never happened in these movies before. That almost never happens, where they're both in individual shots. And almost the entire series, they've always been together in the same shot, in the same frame. But in this movie, they were split up basically into two different frames for that entire hotel sequence. And when they were together in the same frame, it was these moments of peace, like they were shaking hands as a peace treaty between each other for those moments, those like 2 minutes, 3 minutes where everything felt like it was gonna get okay and then started to lift back up. They were in the same frame. But every other time, every other instance, they were in different frames, in different sections of the room, of the shot, you know what I mean? And there was always this gap, this space, this absence of the other character, which really made them feel more torn apart. And that's something that I really noticed in this movie, the use of space in the before films, and I think they do a really good job with it in this one. But yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen at the end of, I was going to say at the end of this movie, but at the end of the relationship. I don't know if they're going to stay together. The ending, I don't know. Okay, the ending, I liked the ending. I liked the moment where she turns around and she's like, so what about that time machine? But also, I don't know how much I liked like Jesse going up to her and then saying all that stuff and then adding like the naked thing in it. I don't know, it just felt a little bit strange. But then at the same time, it's kind of Jesse's all about like being naked and stuff, so I guess I can let it slide. But I thought the ending was pretty good, but I was still not like happy at the end, you know? It still felt like there were these issues in the relationship, and I guess that was the point of the movie. There will always be these issues in the relationship. Can you overcome these issues? Can you try and move past them with your partner, or are they going to kind of overfill the metaphorical cup, if you will, and spill out everywhere and cause you to leave? You don't know, and we don't know with Jesse and Celine. Like, maybe they've made up tonight, but tomorrow they could have this same argument, and Jesse will go to Chicago by himself, and she'll stay in Paris, like she said. We just don't know, and I kind of like that open-ended ending, and also I just really like that they showed what happens after the fairy tale in this movie. Again, it broke down my concept of love and relationships, I guess. It broke down the happily ever after kind of, I guess, imagination that I've always had about finding someone that you really love and then staying with them. And I know some people do that, but there's probably still arguments. You probably still had arguments with them before. You probably still had these moments where you're like, oh, are we actually going to stay forever? Like these moments of doubt, even if you have been together for, I don't know, like 50 years or something. You've probably had moments like Celine and Jesse had in these movies. And I really like the movie for showing that. And I also hate the movie for showing that, because now I'm less optimistic about the future, but at the same time, I gotta stay optimistic. You know, you gotta stay optimistic as well. But getting into the cast, Ethan Hawke, Julie Delpy, I mean, what more do you want me to say about them? Celine, she was awesome in this. She was definitely more like tough, and I think that's just because she was a mother, and I loved the moment where she was going over like everything she's had to do as a mother, you know, like the stroller situation, the babysitter, all of those things. I really like that moment because I've never really thought about my mom and how much work she's probably had to do for me. Like, I've obviously thought about it before, but obviously I'm missing probably 99% of everything she's ever done for me in her life. Like, she's probably done a lot, and I've never really been that grateful for it, and I guess I was more grateful for it. So I like that moment because it kind of resonated with me a little bit. But I thought she was awesome in this, and I thought that her acting ability in this was awesome. Also, she had like a lot of nudity in this movie. Didn't expect that at all. I didn't expect a midnight or a before movie to have a bunch of nudity in it, but there we go. And Ethan Hawke as Jesse. He was really good in this movie as well. I think I was more on Celine's side than Jesse's side in this movie. If we have to take sides, I don't want to take sides. I just don't want to take sides. But if you have to take a side, if there was someone who was like, who would you be backing up in this argument? I'd probably back up Celine a little bit more than Jesse. Although I liked that Jesse was really kind of sad in this movie about his son and the situation he had with his ex-wife and stuff, and that was kind of shadowing over his whole life, his whole relationship. And I liked that caused some tension with Celine, and then Celine obviously with the other things as well. And I don't know, I thought that his character was very interesting in this movie, and I like that he's a very successful writer and stuff, and I thought Ethan Hawke did a really good job. And that is my reaction and review to Before Midnight, the 2013 romance drama and movie that will leave you with a very sad pit in your stomach, and it'll make you go ouch. You know, that's what I think this movie, that's the one word I think that this movie surmises very well. It's just ouch. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. That is all the Before movies. I heard that they were not making a fourth one, or at least not in the foreseeable future making a fourth one, so I guess no fourth movie in 2022, which is 9 years after this one, actually. So it's kind of cool that I watched this movie 9 years after this one. Anyways, that's the reaction. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next movie reaction.